Yeah, so quality control, right? And
That's probably the easy way to say it.
yeah, and so that's and when I started out, I knew that this was going to be the hardest thing to kind of capture, right? And so uh, because the nature of our business too is sometimes it's not really fair from the customer side. Like, sometimes you get bad reviews for things that aren't they're just frivolous, and so if a dispute comes up, we deal with everyone on a case by case basis, right? So we dig into it. There's, manual overview. You don't automatically get strike down. There's no sort of like, reprimandation that happens automatically. So if you do a job and the customer leaves you a 1-star review and they, leave
So there is a review thing.
there is, and actually the reviews that we collect through the app, they upload directly to our Twitter page, and we don't filter them, we don't get in the way of them. So if they're good or bad, they're going up automatically. Um, and the same thing with our Instagram page, where before and after photos they're supposed to go up, but I don't know, something's broken at the moment. But that'll be back online at some point. But anyway, so if a customer was to give you a low review and they, said some horrible things, obviously we're going to get an alert and we're going to go through it and we're going to figure out what happened. And, if it's warranted, then, we'll call and try to figure out how we can fix it, or, we'll get in the middle of it. But also the star rating. So there's a 5-star rating, and in every job, you either did a 1 through a 5-star service. Now, as a provider, if you fall below a 3-star average, we have the ability to deplatform you. So if you're doing crappy work, we can kick you off.
Mm-hmm.
And again, transparency and balance. So you can remove yourself, but we also can remove you if you're not, doing a good job. And because we want long-term relationships, like, we want everybody to have a good experience. And ultimately we don't live in a perfect world, so we have to deal with those on a case by case, when they come up, and try to figure out, like, okay, where's the bad seed. But going back to the enrollment process, where we're asking you basic questions, what's your background, are you licensed, do you have, all the tools, how many customers do you serve. So these kinds of things lead us, down the path of kind of understanding who we're dealing with beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're the guy in the Prius who's showing up in a tie, the chances are is you might not be that good at carpentry, because this isn't your full-time, bread and butter.